This is Mari Lane on the Buying Space channel. This piece of glass in front of you is lead crystal. I know you can't feel the weight of it on camera, but it is significant, or what they call substantial. It has this starburst pattern on the bottom. It has these crisscross, I forget what they're called, and then it has a beautiful heart motif at the top. My sister-in-law, Gwen, fished this out of a box at a yard sale. It was dirty. She had to clean it, but she paid 99 cents for it. I'm beginning to think that I would be better off buying stuff in the wild than at auction. I have been disabled, and I'm still disabled, and I'm still in a lot of pain, but I can move around better now. And so, instead of paying $7 to $10 at auction for something like this and paying $8 for it to be shipped, I'm better off finding this in the wild. I've been feeling this way for quite some time. I'm tired of the shenanigans at the auctions. I actually wanted to buy a craft item from somebody, and I had a colonoscopy this week, and the night that I was doing the prep, you're running in the bathroom, you're running in the kitchen, you're just doing all these things, and you have to go because you're doing a colonoscopy. This woman contacted me, and she sent me a message about my craft item, which I didn't really want her to do anything else to it. I just wanted to buy the item as she showed it. But she had all these ideas, and I'm like, I told her, and also she said that I bought this item that I didn't buy in the message. And I, texted her, I'm having a colonoscopy. I'm doing the colonoscopy prep. And she sent me another message. And the second message she retracted about me purchasing the item that I didn't purchase. I was there when she put it up for bid, but I did not purchase it. So anyway, the next night, she again says that I purchased this item and asks me in the chat while she's up on the panel. And I'd already told her, no, I didn't purchase that item. And then the next night, she asked me if I purchased or was asking about some shadow boxes. I never even said anything about the shadow boxes. Yes, I was in the chat. And when people do that to you, did you buy, or when you bought, or act like you bought something and you didn't, it gives other people the impression that you're reneging on items that you never even bid on or purchased or mentioned. And, you add that kind of drama or that kind of manipulation to the scenario of the auctions. It's no longer worth it. It is absolutely no longer worth it. And you can find lead crystal in the wild for 99 cents. So, when I first started going to the auctions, they would sell reseller lots a lot of places, and now everybody's doing starting their bids at 60% of retail, and you get competitive people in the room, or a lot of people in the room, and you end up bidding more than you can get the item off of Amazon and pay no shipping costs on it too. So I'm just not going to be at that many auctions. There are a few exceptions to this. Victoria ends up getting OTC items, health items, at 20 to 25% of the actual cost, like a bottle of vitamins for $5 instead of $32. That absolutely is worth the value. Victoria finds those sales and those clearances, and I imagine she uses coupons, and that her, I won't talk about all the ways you can get discounts at certain stores, but that's worth it. And if you can find somebody still selling large reseller lots where you are paying $1 to $3 for items that are normally $8 to $10, that's still worth it. But to go in and buy individual items like this, or not even glass, that are, you're paying near retail in the auction, but when you add the postage, you're paying more. So you're actually losing money by going to the auction. Now, so you're paying for a convenience because that other person is shopping for you, they're mailing it to you, they are providing a service that saves you money. Not money, but it saves you time. It costs you a little bit more money, but it saves you time. So when you calculate in the wear and tear on your vehicle and etc., maybe it's worth it for you. It's not worth it for me anymore. It's just not. So, I'll be at the auctions a little less, but, the tip of the scale was the drama. People actually attacking me, saying things about me. I'm not okay with that. Nobody is okay with that. And if you see somebody that does that to a person, that constantly talks about other people, and they talk about how they want to control that person, and they don't say that out loud, but you can tell between what they're saying, like they'll call them a stalker, but then they'll say, well, they would buy an item, but then they wouldn't contact me. Well, if they're wanting the person to contact them, how is that person also a stalker? See? That means that person is a control freak, and you should stay away from them. And even if you're not the one being talked about, I can guarantee you that you get involved with them, then they will apply that to you once you start interacting with them and kowtowing to their wanting attention and wanting control. So are the auctions worth it? I would still say that, if I really wanted an item like this, I would go to an auction and purchase it and pay the postage to save myself the time and the pain that it costs me to go buy something in the wild. But once you start getting people that will follow you to other rooms and see what you're buying from other people, that sort of behavior, or they're trying, they'll call you while you're trying to do a colonoscopy prep or something else that you need to do in your life, and they have an issue with that, or they don't show any understanding or respect to your time and energy, absolutely, positively run away from people that would do that and that have done that to others, because they will do the same thing to you, because they're still that emotionally disturbed person that needs attention, that needs control, that feels like they have some sort of say in your life because you buy from them. And they don't. They have no say in your life. And if they're complaining that someone didn't return a phone call, or this or that, or they called me while I was in bed, or when you start hearing stuff like that on a channel, whether it's the buyer or whether it's the person on the panel, and people are getting messily involved in quote unquote friendships that are just toxic, you don't want to be involved with that channel. Just absolutely do not. I would rather go to a yard sale and pick this up for 99 cents if I had to dig through a box and clean it up. And I do want to thank my sister-in-law for finding this for me. She knows her glass. And I really appreciate this. And also it reminded me of how consuming and ridiculous things can get to find and obtain items like this when you can go to yard sale and pick it up yourself. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.